Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Focus Strategy Meet the Founder podcast. I'm Bob Goodman. I'm CEO of Focus Strategy. Focus Strategy is a consulting firm established to help startup founders reach their goals in an efficient and successful manner. And I'm very excited today about introducing this week's Meet the Founder session. I'd like to introduce Serafina, Palandech, and Chef Jen Johnson, who are the co-founders of A Boring Life from Boring, Oregon. So welcome.
Hi, Bob.
Serafina and Jen, nice to see you.
Nice to see
it's unusual circumstances that we're all living through, but I'm glad that we're able to do this because Serafina and Jen have a great company, very, very exciting products. I first met Serafina and Chef Jen when I was managing director at Canopy Boulder, and A Boring Life was picked as one of 10 out of 300 applicants to be part of the 16-week Canopy Boulder Accelerator last summer. So welcome, Serafina and Chef Jen.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Canopy Boulder was a fantastic experience, and meeting you, Bob, was the highlight of that.
I appreciate that.
Glad to see you. And, you know, I think that these are strange days, but I think that I love talking about being a founder of a startup. I love talking about startups and everything about entrepreneurship. And I think it's given us the vicissitudes of a startup has given us a lot of ability to deal with unusual circumstances, right? So I feel like entrepreneurs are more apt, like we already have an aptitude to deal with the crazy ups and downs of the daily basis of having a startup. So you throw COVID in, and it's almost like we have even more of an ability to cope with the uncertainties.
Yeah, I mean,
not that I want, but
since you brought that up, can you kind of talk a little bit about what the COVID pandemic has kind of done as far as how you are launched or how you're running your business and how you're maybe doing things differently?
Sure. So we are a chef-curated snack company that's focused on wellness, on providing delicious, nutritious, easy snack products for our consumers, right? Because we're all struggling with anxiety before COVID, during COVID, even more so now. And we're all looking for an easy solution to deal with our anxiety. So we have a line of snack products. So in the beginning of the year, in February and March, when we saw what was developing with COVID, I immediately retracted on our external spends. I reduced our marketing spend from about a 20% promotional spend to zero. We let go of staff, so right now it's just the two of us. My concern was that there was a lot of unknowns and uncertainty about what was going to happen in the supply chain and being able to make our products and then able to distribute those products because there's disruption to the distribution strategy across the country. And then the ability for, I didn't know what the customer response would be, like if people were going to stop spending money or not. So I thought could control was our burn. And so I focused entirely on reducing our burn to almost non-existent, right? And then having very frank and candid conversations with the folks that we do business with so that we could really conserve cash. I knew that we had to focus, I knew that cash was going to be the thing that either got us through this or didn't get us through this. And so we conserved everything. And actually it's surprisingly, we're doing well through this. We have successfully raised, we've raised a bunch of capital, but also our sales have accelerated.
That's surprising. Like people are looking for ways to, chill out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I feel like it's a good time for CBD. I feel like it was kind of waning a little with all the bureaucracy, and then it kind of popped back up. And
definitely at the end of last year, there was so many interest. Our growth strategy at the end of last year to launch into grocery channels, which was our focus, was challenged by the FDA, by the regulatory environment of the FDA, right? So there's a big pause. So we had gotten approved for Sprouts, for example, to launch into 350 stores. And Sprouts was like, we're going to wait on any more CBD launches until the FDA comes out with their regulations. So we were kind of like
putting the brakes on.
We weren't sure what was going to happen. We introduced a non-CBD line, which was also actually perfect timing for us because now
retail.
It's doing very well. And then with COVID, there has been much more of a demand for CBD products again. So now there's a lot of stores adding it into their, bringing it in-house.
Yeah, I think in general, I mean, Jen, your comment about it actually has increased alcohol sales and cannabis product sales in general.
Yeah.
So I think I'm not sure it's it's good on the alcohol side,
Whiskey,
but certainly
whiskey cannabis.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear that your sales have been going up. I mean, that's great. That's great news. Yeah. Why did you both decide to get into the cannabis industry?
Can I take that one to start?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah,
so previous to this business, Jen's a chef, so she has this incredible culinary background she can tell you about. But previous to this, we had an organic chicken company, a natural foods company that we started, scaled, and sold within about under 7 years. It was about 5 years. So when we were thinking, so we took a little mini break in Boring, and then we wanted to start another company. And so I was really thoughtful about what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. My biggest concern to start was to find a high margin, to offer a product that had a very high margin. So CBD was very compelling to me, margin perspective and sustainability efforts. The more I learned about it, the more I was compelled by I believe in hemp's true ability to help heal our minds and our bodies. It has incredible regenerative properties for the earth. And then, Jen was able to cook with it in a way that was really lovely and delightful.
It was fun.
And
it was definitely a
effective.
challenge.
Right.
I was like, what is this thing? I was like, had gloves on and the, micro dosing. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is totally beneficial and works with food. So
I mean, we see it as hemp as a superfood, essentially. And we wanted to incorporate it as a superfood, as like people use turmeric or kale or whatever,
Well, and I know that what Chef Jen has done in her special recipes really makes your products even more unique. I remember, I think you cooked for President Obama at one time, but you probably never served CBD to him, but I know that's in your background.
No, but he would have totally been down. He would have totally been down. Probably THC, but that's not my specialty.
Okay. We'll move on from there. So do you have your presentation available, Serafina, that I could give you the screen and you could run through that real quick?
That would be great.
Can you hear me okay?
Okay, it is. I can't. I'm just, it says it's the share screen sharing is disabled.
Oh, hang on. Let me give it to you. There you go. Should be yours.
Thank you. Let's see. I just need to make this full screen. There you go. How's that look?
That looks good.
So I am Serafina Palandech. I'm the CEO and founder of A Boring Life, and I'm here today to tell you why a boring life is a good life. So we live on a lavender farm in a town called Boring, Oregon. Now, a couple years ago, we were between business ventures, having previously started, scaled, and sold a natural foods company. We moved to Boring, Oregon, and found ourselves bored and boring, and decided to start over, to begin anew. And so what we decided to do was to address the problem that we saw in the marketplace in that we are currently living through the age of anxiety. It is currently the most common mental illness in the United States. This has given rise to anxiety, consumerism, and demand for easy, nutritious, and feel-good foods. So what we've done at A Boring Life is we make chef-curated snack foods that are infused with honey, raw honeys, nuts, and fruits. It's a natural relief for anxiety and promotes wellness. We focus on superfoods of hemp, of raw honey, and omega-3s. We offer unique first-to-market offerings from a trusted and authentic brand, founders and team. So these are our current product lines. We have a line of CBD nuts, and we have a line of raw honey. Our nut products are very easy to use, and they're one of the few products in the marketplace that doesn't feature sugar. Our new product line is a raw honey line that also features nuts. It is a unique first-to-market offering, and we're finding a lot of success in the marketplace. So this is Jessica. Meet Jessica. She's our consumer. What you need to know about Jessica is that she cares about what she's eating and buying for her family. And she is actively seeking to create a relationship with the brands she supports. So it's an exploding marketplace. Hemp and CBD continues to grow year over year. Natural and organic category growth is 200% year over year. And plant-based proteins is increasing 8% year over year. So how are we going to do this? We have a fantastic team put together. It's myself, Chef Jen Johnson. We previously founded Hip Chick Farms, which is an organic poultry company that we grew from an idea into over $5 million in revenue in 5 years. We also have Anne Murray in marketing and Brian Waters with creative. We've put together a fantastic advisory board. So our growth priorities are really focused on new distribution, driving velocity, while we build our brand and then continue to expand our line. For projected sales, we expect profitability within 2 years. Our gross margins today is 53%, which allows us for strong marketing support and promotional growth. So we have launched into about 250 stores at this point. We've just gained distribution into DPI, and we anticipate launching into Kroger by the end of the year.
And let me just comment. We had probably not talked before, but make sure you don't put your ask as far as raising money on this presentation just because of SEC rules.
Okay.
Go ahead, it's all yours.
I will. It's a slide, but I'll just skip it. Okay.
Sounds good.
So we have been very thoughtful in our responsiveness to COVID. We have increased our safety measures in all our production efforts. We have secured a PPP loan as well as an EIDL loan. We've reduced our burn significantly and we've increased sales. So we do anticipate weathering the storm of COVID for the next 18 months. So just to reiterate our investment merits, we have the trends in our favor. We have traction in the marketplace today. We're an authentic team with a fantastic story behind us, and we have a scalable product lines that are able to achieve scale across the country and also direct to consumer. So that's our presentation for today. Thank you for listening.
That's great. I mean, congratulations to both of you and your team on really continuing to build a very, very fast-growing startup. I mean, I remember the kind of the challenges that we were all kind of going through last summer, and I mean, you definitely, approached those challenges head on, and it was very impressive to see, how you were able to continue to grow. And certainly, this is probably one of the toughest challenges we're all going through, but it's great to hear that you're doing well. So what can we talk a bit about what you see as the future of CBD natural food products and kind of where that space is going?
Yeah, I mean, I see hemp, CBD. I'm more interested in hemp rather than the particular cannabinoid of CBD, and I think that hemp will grow as an ingredient across multiple channels within all natural foods and drinks. Skincare, all of the, I think it can grow in every possible direction as an ingredient. I think that it's going to become artisanal. I think that there's as we increase the regulatory environment and increase the professionalism of the industry, we're going to have better and better and better yields, crops, artisanal flavors and focus. I think we're at the very, very beginning of this. So like coffee's in the fourth wave or what have you. I think we're at the very, very beginning of the pre-wave, right? I think we're just at the very beginning. So I'm excited to see how this thing grows.
It'll be hemp to table instead of farm to table.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with you. It's I think I kind of look at it as we're in the bottom of the first inning as far as the industry goes. So it's way early. It's still kind of the Wild West, but there are very experienced, motivated people like you all who are kind of, working your way through this. And I think that's essential that we have teams like that.
I think it's essential that the government, sorry, one more thing. I think it's essential that the government creates a regulatory environment.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I think that the Farm Bill certainly opened up the door on a lot, but we need FDA to figure out where they're going. And hopefully they're going to be wanting to go along with the industry. So I totally agree. I think that's one of the biggest hurdles that we're facing right now is what is the government going to do?
And the decriminalization of it.
Yeah, I think that's happening. I think I see a lot of positive news around the country regarding that. But yeah, no, it's still the process has not been established yet to how do police forces handle the distribution process, going state to state, et cetera. All that needs to be resolved and figured out. So Chef Jan, I want you to talk a bit about your very special recipes that you came up with. And if you can kind of talk about how did you create those and how did you decide on focusing on those key natural ingredients?
Sure. Well, my history and my culinary history is working very close to the earth and Mother Nature. And it's kind of just a natural progression, kind of how we went to nuts and that kind of our friend who's a farmer with the 5th largest nut company in the nation, our friend Leon. So that's we procure nuts from his farm, which is amazing, and we've toured it multiple times. So it just was a very simple marriage of my talents, the ingredients, and a very simple addition of CBD as well as some flavors that I created. So yeah, it was definitely an easy put together for me.
I've had most of your products, not the new honey one. I'm looking forward to trying that out. But they're all excellent.
It's actually right after Boulder Canopy. Serafina went to Montenegro. And there was some family property over there that she and her sister won and got, yay, from her father's side. And she came back with this honey that was just brilliant and beautiful with nuts and dried fruits. And then that kind of sparked our interest in, let's add CBD to this. I think it was already happening, but we thought we could, with the addition of our nuts that I have curated, it was the perfect complement, and CBD is a wonderful accompaniment to honey and what's in the honey. So
yeah, I bet.
We have a farm here, so we get to see the honeybees in the lavender and like all of it working together. It's really cool.
That's great.
See it firsthand.
That's excellent. I'm glad. Are you seeing any change in the number of honeybees? Are they surviving out there?
Oh my gosh,
That's great.
Yeah, lots of honeybees this year.
Yeah, the dogs unfortunately have discovered honeybees too, with their snouts getting twice as big. But
that's great to hear. We have lavender in our backyard as well, and it's great to see. But we were concerned that the bees were a little kind of less available. But hopefully that'll change.
Really?
Yeah.
We have a giant field of clover also. The clover.
Yeah, we've noticed a huge increase. In fact, when I mow, I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm sure I'm just murdering.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that they're still out there and active. I know you recently went through a crowdfunding raise. Can you talk a bit about that experience?
Sure. So it was our second crowdfunding campaign. We did our first one last year on micro ventures. We raised the minimum or 107,000, which is the first threshold of crowdfunding campaign. We did that very quickly. And then we went and to raise a second round on Republic. It took us a little bit longer. There was somewhat of a I think that the interest in CBD waned a little bit at the end of last year, but it then picked up rapidly. It was really interesting. So we were raising during COVID, right? So I wasn't sure what the response was going to be, but just in the very end of it, it did this crazy. In the last week, we raised like $85,000 at least. I think $90 in the last 7 days.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
So,
We have no explanation.
I mean, we're a great team. We have experience. We know what we're doing. We know we've done it all before, right? So I know how to talk to Walmart. I know how to sell to Walmart. I know how to distribute to Walmart, right? I know how to sell to Kroger and to Whole Foods, and we know all that stuff, right? So that work's already been done. We're a good team. We have a great product. We're ready to go. But we need the capital to support that growth.
Yep.
Now, why the market responded so well in the last month, I don't know. But
I don't think you
go
need
with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't spend too much time trying to figure it out. Just take the money and run. Make your business stronger. And
exactly.
Do you have any specific things that you'd like to potentially hear from our audience as far as, are there any targets that are you looking for more investors? Are you looking for more partners? I mean, what type of things would you like the audience to reach out to you for? And then also how best can they reach out to you?
Thank you. So we are looking for further retail partners. We are, I think great matches is any folks that are looking for gift boxes, direct to consumer, or specialty grocery that would feature, I think we pair really well with cheese shops in particular. So we're looking for more retailers. I think that's the partnership that we're looking for first. Folks can reach us at info by emailing info@eboringlife.com.
Okay, I'll write that down because I will put that on this post when I put it on social media. And before we leave, are you running any special promotion for the audience? And if so, how can they get that promotion?
So we are going to create a special promotion that you can use on our website, which is a buy one, get one free, which is so exciting. So you can try our nuts, you can try our honey, you can try our tincture. So if you use the code Focus Strategy, you'll get the benefit of buy one, get one free.
Great. I'll put that on the post as well. Well, I want to thank you both for being part of it. It's great to see you all. It's been way too long, and I still want to come out and see the farm because I've seen pictures and I know how beautiful it is. So I look forward to doing that someday, hopefully soon. But thank you very much for being a part of the Focus Strategy Meet the Founder podcast. And certainly I wish you great continuing success. I will take this down now and go ahead and finish up on, you can stay on there, but I'll go ahead and take the screen and finish up on the podcast and I'll be back. So hang on a second.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
So Focus Strategy, as I mentioned early on, is a consulting firm to help founders develop clear strategy, build people, purpose, and process, and help accelerate growth. We also have capabilities of introducing you potentially to some entities that might be interested in helping on the investment side. If you need help, please reach out to me. My contact information is at the bottom of this screen. And look for next week's Meet the Founder. I'll be speaking with Kevin Davey, who's the founder and CEO of Sticky Leaf. So with that, thanks everyone for being a part of the podcast. Stay safe and healthy. And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.